What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Magic the Gathering video. My name is Lee Largo, the one who has been consistently sick over the past few weeks. But I'm trying hard to get better, and I'm trying hard to get back into content creation. So my apologies for the overwhelming lack of content creation. It's been a drought on this channel, I know, especially even with this new set being released. But, you know, as they say, you can't make quality videos when you're not feeling well. So you can't do quality work when you're not feeling well. So I've been really trying to get better. I feel like I'm starting to get better. We also just got moved into a new place. As you can see, the background is different. So hopefully I can actually start creating more on a regular basis. Now, real quick, just an announcement. I'm going to be changing my streaming schedule on Twitch. I'm going to be backing off a little bit. I know for the past few months I have been streaming like almost every single day around the same time, and I really haven't seen too much growth. I've seen growth, but nothing that's like top notch, you know what I mean? So I looked around. I was able to find some advice videos and all that stuff. I just happened to like watch one, and I was like basically just seeing how other streamers have like grown their platforms and all that stuff. And like one was taking a step back from streaming every single day for multiple hours and all that stuff. So taking a step back, I'm going to be aiming to do at least 3 times a week on Twitch. I'm aiming to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know yesterday was Monday, but again, I was feeling sick. So the next time I will be going live will be tomorrow, Wednesday. And I'm going to focus more time and energy on this channel, so that way I can do this more consistently and have streaming as like a bonus or like just extra work, to do. I feel like trying to do quality videos on top of having to stream every single day at a certain time, I feel like it was just putting a little on top of like my day job and my personal life. I feel like it was starting to take a little bit much of a toll on me, and toll as in like it was starting to be a little too much. Like I was putting too much pressure on myself, even though I don't I don't really have much of a viewership. But it was just one of those things where, like, if you do something like that for so long and you're not seeing the return that you want, it kind of makes you think, okay, well, maybe it kind of makes you like want to take a step back. So I'm going to go ahead and take that step back and focus more on the channel. Anyway, that was a really long intro. I'm sorry about that. As you can see on the screen, we're talking about the ban announcement that was yesterday from Wizards, and holy crap, was it a busy Monday morning. So as you can see, Omnath, Lucky Clover, and Escape to the Wilds all banned in Standard, and I'm just like, wow. So Omnath, of course, I understand. It makes sense. I mean, a lot of people were probably calling for Lotus Cobra to be banned, which is understandable. You can make that argument. But I feel like with all of the tri-lands and the 2 different types of search lands, all the other different types of ways you can get lands of a certain color that you need onto the battlefield, and sometimes even multiple times in a turn, I felt like Omnath was the correct ban, because for only 4 mana, sure, it's 4 of specific colors, the way that you're able to ramp into that and also ramp multiple lands onto a battlefield in one turn and easily trigger Omnath's ability at the very least twice is just too easy, and it totally makes sense. Lotus Cobra, it's kind of like, I look at it as like it's a better version of Gilded Goose, because Gilded Goose, it's only good when it has food tokens in play. Lotus Cobra is only good when you can drop a land onto the battlefield. Now, early game, Lotus Cobra is great, but if you draw Lotus Cobra at like, turn 5 or 6, it's like, I kind of wanted something else here, but okay. So, kind of makes sense. We'll see how, Lotus Cobra does without Omnath. I mean, I'm sure it'll still be played in green, and mono green, and green X, and all that stuff, so definitely understand that. Lucky Clover and Escape to the Wilds, though. If anybody's watched my streams or videos, I wasn't really a fan of Adventures. I just didn't like the deck, and I jokingly had said, "Oh, just ban Lucky Clover so we could get this deck out of here." I honestly did not think it was going to happen. I was more joking than anything else. So, because I honestly didn't think that they would ban something like that and completely nuke an entire deck, because Adventures was really good, but again, it was really dependent on having that Lucky Clover on the battlefield. So I guess the argument there was that not a lot of people are running pure artifact removal in Standard, and then also Escape to the Wilds is just, well, that's a pretty good card, especially played with Omnath. And that was another thing, is that Omnath was starting to appear in these decks as well, and it's just, and also, Escape to the Wilds was being played with Omnath decks as well. So, I mean, basically, the fact that they just completely nuked Adventures was really surprising. I honestly did not expect that. I thought it was honestly just going to be like Omnath and that's it, or Lotus Cobra and that's it. I mean, I was more expecting Omnath to get the hammer because it's just too powerful. And it just kind of shows the state of the game that this is in, and it kind of sucks that we have to have these emergency bannings. It's like these are within a week of each other, and it's just first they did Uru, and then now that's Omnath and all these other stuff, and it's all of this was avoidable. And it just shows the crazy state of the game that we find ourselves in these days. So, with that being said, my initial response to this is good. I guess, I don't know. All I can see happening now is that I think a lot more rogue decks are going to be floating around in the ladder for Standard on Arena, because it's clearly one of the best decks. And I've made this argument multiple times. It hits you from so many different levels. It's because there's a good portion of these creatures are flash. They mill your deck, and then it's also an aggro deck that can get really, really strong within a few turns. So, and it's also a bit of control, because you have Drown in the Lock and some really good cheap removal in the deck as well. So, so Rogues, I think, is going to be one of the top decks going forward, obviously, now that Omnath is banned. We'll take a quick look at Historic. Omnath is suspended, so it's just we're going to put it in timeout for a little bit. They officially banned Teferi and Wilderness Reclamation, but they unsuspended Burning Tree Emissary, which is cool. So we'll see how that works. And then Brawl, of course, Omnath is banned. So yeah, quick video. Didn't really want to spend too much time on this because we all knew it was coming. We all saw the writing on the wall. It was just bad. And this is the state of the game that we're in, where they don't care if they create a handful of cards that are so overly powerful, as long as it's only a few cards. They're willing to take the criticism, make the quick buck they can off of them, and then ban them. And it's very upsetting, and I'm kind of upset because I had 3 copies of Uru in paper, so now they're pretty much worthless now at this point. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think of these bans in the comment section down below. we can keep the conversation going. And yeah, also let me know what you plan on playing now that these bands have been laid out upon standard. And yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe on the way out. And of course, follow me over on twitch.tv/EliteLargo. Hope all of you have a great day.